Welcome back. It's the second wave of the round of 32 here on Women's Sunday at the Montreal Grand Prix. I'm Karim Bashir, and in the commentary box with me is Andrew Fischel. Andrew, why on earth have we picked this fight?
This is going to be a good bout. Marton is very technically proficient, but Kozaczuk fights really hard, so that could be a really interesting one. Also, all the other bouts are teammate bouts. There's 2 Koreans, 2 Frenchmen, and 2 Americans fencing. So this one will have the best energy for sure.
Yeah, it's interesting when 2 teammates go up against each other. They train regularly together, they know each other really well. Sometimes it can be a bit of a damp squib, as we say in the UK.
Not just that, but when their teammates are fencing, nobody cheers. So
and no coaches either.
And no coaching.
We'll whiz around the field of play. Those all-country affairs are Francesca Russo of the USA up against compatriot Marielle Zagunis, storming through her comeback. Marielle Zagunis, probably we expect her to be the favourite there. On the green piste, it's Yoon Ji-soo up against her compatriot, her Korean compatriot Choi Soo-yoon. World number 15 against world number 21, so someone's going to have a bad day there. And on the red piste, it's Melina von Sabre of France up against her much vaulted compatriot Cecilia Berder. But we are focused on this match on our feature piste. It's Kozaczuk of Poland up against Marton of Hungary. But Andrew, we cannot hide from, I was going to say the elephant in the room, but it's not really an elephant in the room. We've got the Olympic Games coming up very, very soon. Beginning of August, fencing starts in Tokyo. And, well, first off, qualification is by team. What are the current standings?
So Russia is in first. They're way ahead with 312 points. France is next, about 40 points behind them. Then South Korea, then Italy, followed by Hungary, Ukraine, the US, and China. And there's not a huge amount of difference between those last 5.
But the interesting thing about Olympic qualification is the top 4 in the world come the deadline, which is April the 4th of this year.
Qualify no matter what.
The top 4 qualify irrespective of zone. And then we take the top nation from each of the zones. So whilst Ukraine are right up there, and I'm glad you said Ukraine, they aren't in a qualifying position at the moment because Hungary beat them in Salt Lake City at the last World Cup of fencing's international season to overtake Ukraine. So Hungary hold that European spot. United States hold the Pan-American spot pretty much unchallenged as well. China have the Asian spot, and Tunisia have the African spot.
Even though they're 14th in the world for team ratings.
But this is how Olympic qualification works. In fencing, you're either in the top 4 and you get a gold pass to the Olympic Games, or you have to be
grind for it.
The next best nation in your zone.
Yeah.
And Hungary at the moment are leading the race between them and Ukraine, but they're by no means confirmed as a qualified team.
Yeah, they're only 9 points ahead.
Yeah, and this is really important for Anna Marton.
Yeah.
You know, if Hungary were to drop away from Ukraine and Ukraine overtake them, Marton's result here, especially when she's chasing down not only her teammate, Lisa Pushtai, but also Olga Karlan, who up there, the Ukrainian, obviously will qualify by team if the Ukrainian team qualify. But Bianca Pascu is right up there. Anna Maria Popescu is right up there. Could we have an Olympic Games where we don't have one of, or perhaps both, Marton and Pushtai not there?
That would be crazy. I can't imagine it, but I mean, it's possible. Marton is a little quicker on her feet in this bout so far than Kozaczuk in the first zone. So she's winning a lot of those reprise actions, which is important because it makes Kozaczuk a little more tentative.
Right, okay, so look, you're an expert and you've just used the word reprise. What do you mean by reprise?
So a reprise is an action made after somebody stops. It's basically like you go and you stop and then you start again. So
it's like a second attack.
Exactly.
Or a continuation.
A continuation, yeah. So there's a situation that happens in Sabre a lot where both people come in on the fence command, stop together because they're not really sure, and then they both go a second time. I call that the second zone. Some people call it the reprise action. But basically, these days, it's very important to be very quick on your feet in that situation, because generally the person who starts first with their feet gets the touch. And she's, again, just a little bit faster than Kozaczuk is right now.
Oh, lovely.
Wow, nice pick.
So a counter-attack there, we call it a stop cut in Sabre. She didn't have the right of way. She didn't have the ball, if you like, if you want to use a basketball vernacular. But she got a hit on the counter-attack and didn't get hit herself. One light on the box, easy decision for Pascal Cantan, our referee. And Marton, wow, she's storming her way through this one. 8-1 up at the break. They'll have a minute with their coaches. We whiz round the field of play, and the All-American affair sees Zagunis leading 8-4 over Russo over on the green piste. On the red piste, it's 8-3 to Cecilia Berder over her teammate Von Sagade. And the Korean matchup on the green piste sees Yoon leading Choi 6-2. A bit of a surprise, that one.
Yeah, by the matchups, yeah, but I mean, these guys train with each other all the time, so it's always tricky. Maybe you're saving something for your teammate when you fence them in a tournament. Maybe just like you're a little bit nervous again because of the Olympic pressure. You never know what's going to happen in a bout like this.
And that's an interesting point, isn't it? Because whilst we've got Anna Marton here ready to start the second half of this round of 32 match, this is a crucial competition for athletes in teams that are on the bubble, may not qualify, could qualify as team. But it's also a crucial matchup for the third and fourth members of teams that will qualify, because they're trying to vie for a place in their own team.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, if you don't qualify a team, you can't by any means qualify more than 2 athletes from your country. So if Hungary doesn't qualify a team, only at max 2 Hungarian fencers could go, and that's only if they're, what, top 14 in the world?
Andrew, I have to correct you there, only 1.
Only 1, really?
Only 1. So you have, for the European zone, if you don't qualify, if your country doesn't qualify by team, you not only have to be your top athlete in the Olympic rankings, but you also have to be in the top 2 of the European athletes. So it's slightly changed this year, because this is the first time, of course, we're going to have all 6 weapons contested.
Yes.
Teams and individual in
it's about
men's
time.
and women's. Well, yeah, that's true. It is about time for a fencing fan, but it's a complicated thing, the Olympic Games. A lot of disciplines, a lot of sports, and fencing's done its job by having parity. We have men's and women's events in all of the disciplines, but it has taken a few years to campaign to have all the medals across.
Campaign is the perfect word.
And a great job done by the International Federation, the FIE, who are the hosts of this broadcast. So, of course, I have to say it's a good job by them. But it is a great job. They've had to work very hard. And
yeah, no, it's awesome.
Our fearless leader, Alicia Usmanov, has worked incredibly hard campaigning for all Olympic disciplines.
And for that reason, a lot of people owe him so much.
Yeah, absolutely. An Olympic sabre fencer himself.
Wow.
Okay, so let's talk about fencing here. Kozaczuk, she's, for me, a bit hesitant off the line, and Marton is completely controlling this match because of that.
Yep, that's right. So because Marton is a little bit faster on her feet, it's putting Kozaczuk in a situation where she has to make actions, because she can't just rely on her foot speed the way Marton can right now.
So if you're sitting in the Polish camp, you're the coach, what are you going to be saying to Kozaczuk at the moment?
I would lean into that. I would tell her to make a lot of actions in that the second zone, like I was saying before. After they both stop, when Marton is just pushing really quickly with the feet, I would tell her to start a little bit late, make it look like you're behind and you're about to lose that action, and then make a parry post or pull her short instead. But again, that's the same thing, because Marton is faster.
So for those that know the fencing vernacular, you're talking about second intention here. Trick your opponent into thinking you're doing something that you're not
Yes.
initially intending to do.
Right now, most of the time, in that second zone where they both stop and both go, Kozaczuk is just doing a first intention action. That was a nice second intention touch, and she got the point. Or did she? Yes, she did. Ooh, a red card comes out for starting early. One of the problems with being so fast on your feet in, like, right after the fence command is that sometimes you'll jump the gun a little bit, and the referees understand that that's really important and are penalizing that really hard by first time yellow card, second, and every subsequent time red card.
We saw last night in the from the quarterfinals onwards, there was no friendly warning. It was straight to the yellow card.
Yep. This is an Olympic year, and I mean, the athletes know that they're not supposed to do that. It's a huge advantage to start ahead. So they're just being really harsh on it. Wow, nice parry. And also great counterattack. Marton is a real testament to what you can do with really strong, solid technique.
Well, she's straight through to the round of 16 and in quick fashion as well. 15-8 the victory for the world number 12, a 24-year-old Anna Marton. She will fence Xiao of China in the next round. We've only really got one place to go, Andrew. Shall we go and have a look over on the green piece?
Let's do it.